What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today is Thursday, February 17th, 2011, and I've been seeing many feeds and threads on Twitter and on YouTube, on Facebook, etc., saying that they've gotten wind that Steve Jobs is undergoing treatment for pancreatic cancer and only has weeks to live. Now, personally, as of today, I only own 2 Apple products, and I don't even know if they really count anymore because one is a 60 gigabyte completely dead iPod Photo, and I have a dying 1 gigabyte iPod Nano. The models I'm talking about shows their age too. I am not really a huge Apple fan, especially as of recently. I just their products don't fit my needs. And I don't take interest in Apple products. The PC side of things definitely fits my needs, and that's where I chose to stay. I used to be a big Apple fan, but about 2003, 2004, I realized that the editing software for the PC more so suited my needs, and that's when I made the switch over and sold the thousands upon thousands of dollars of Apple equipment that I purchased. But the point being of this video is not to tell you my personal history with Apple, because obviously from the title of this video, that's not the point. The point is that even someone like me who is not a diehard Apple fan, I can't deny the vision that Steve Jobs had/has, how brilliant the man is, and how much influence the technologies that he and his company have created have had over the technology industry. From the Apple II, which really brought the personal computer into people's homes and businesses, to the Macintosh, which gave you a graphical user interface. I mean, they weren't the first. Apple wasn't the first ones to create that, but they were the ones that made it mainstream, and it was the concepts and incredible ideas that came out of Apple Inc. that still influence things that you take for granted today, that I take for granted. If you're sitting in front of Windows 7 or Mac OS 10 and you just, you're going through various windows, like I have my Vegas editing program open, I have Instant Messenger open, a calculator on the bottom of my screen, they all started from those products. And the iPod, I mean, my God, that's the only product from Apple that I actually enjoy. I mean, I remember back in 2001, before the iPod came out, and they had these horrible MP3 players with, Creative had one, I think, that looked like a friggin' brick in it with a hard drive, and you needed like a suitcase to carry it around. Or they had the CD players that were MP3 capable, which were god awful. And, MP3s at that time were still, even though they, came around in like 97 is when they started being noticed, the MP3 file for audio, the MP3 format, for audio. No one really grasped the concept of a good player. And Steve Jobs saw that. He saw that this was the future, having a device that can hold your entire music library and you could bring it anywhere you go. And how many clones of the iPod are there today? How many clones of the iPhone? I may not agree with all of Apple's business practices and how they deal with Foxconn, but god damn it, even if you despise the company, you cannot say that Steve Jobs and his brilliant team of designers and engineers have not influenced the entire technology industry. And really, the point being of this video is I want to know your thoughts on Steve Jobs. Do you believe this rumor? I'm going to have a link posted where Gizmodo has pictures taken from a tabloid of Steve Jobs walking out of a clinic, I believe. And unfortunately, if Steve Jobs does pass, what impact will it have on the technology industry? And I hope that even for everyone out there who despises Apple, that you can give this man respect and realize that without the products and the innovation he brought to the computer and technology industry, that a lot of the things that we take for granted today would not be here. I want to end this video and send out my blessings and prayers to Steve Jobs and his family, and I truly do hope that these rumors are just rumors and that Steve Jobs will make a speedy recovery. Thank you for listening.